Alright, let's dive into a pivotal moment in history. We're going way back to the 12th century, folks, to a time when Ireland was a vibrant tapestry of independent kingdoms, known as Tuatha. Imagine a land guided by ancient Brehon law, where monasteries weren't just places of worship, but bustling centers of culture and learning. There was no single king ruling the entire island. Power was local, fluid, and constantly shifting. It was a unique and complex society, far removed from the unified nations we know today. But this intricate balance was about to be shattered. In 1166, something dramatic happened. King Diarmait Mac Murchada of Leinster found himself on the losing end of a power struggle. Rival Irish kings ganged up on him, stripping him of his throne and sending him into exile. Can you imagine the humiliation? Desperate and without options, Diarmait made a fateful journey across the sea to the Welsh Marsh. He wasn't looking for sympathy. He was looking for an army, for men and money, to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his. Now, this was a period when the Normans held considerable sway over England and Wales. These were ambitious, battle-hardened lords, always looking for new opportunities. Diarmait's desperate plea didn't fall on deaf ears. Among those who listened was a powerful Anglo-Norman magnate named Richard de Clare. You might know him better by his famous nickname, Strongbow. He was a man of great influence, and a deal with him could change everything. Diarmait knew he had to offer something truly enticing. He didn't just promise riches. He offered land in Leinster, a vast and valuable territory, and even more significantly, the hand of his own daughter, Aoife, in marriage. This wasn't just a personal union. It was a profound political maneuver. Strongbow, recognizing the immense potential, accepted the terms, and just like that, the die was cast. Between 1169 and 1170, the first Norman forces landed on Irish shores, setting the stage for a transformation no one could have fully foreseen. The Norman knights wasted no time. They were master strategists and fierce warriors, swiftly seizing key towns and fortresses. And then, the wedding. Strongbow's marriage to Aoife wasn't just a romantic union. It was a deeply strategic political move. Through this marriage, Strongbow gained a legal claim, a legitimate foothold to the very heart of Leinster. It was a brilliant, audacious stroke that gave him a powerful justification for his presence and his ambitions in Ireland. With the Normans came an entirely new way of life. Suddenly, along the coastlines, you'd see the rapid construction of motte and bailey castles, those quick fortified strongholds that became anchors of Norman power. English law, with its feudal customs, began to overlay the ancient Gaelic society. New settlements sprang up, trade routes shifted, towns expanded, and the entire power structure of the island started to morph. It was a dramatic, visible transformation, almost overnight. But this wasn't just a private affair between a deposed king and an ambitious lord. The burgeoning Norman presence in Ireland soon caught the attention of a very important person, King Henry II of England. He grew alarmed at the growing power of his barons across the sea, fearing they might become too independent. So Henry II sailed to Ireland himself, not only to assert his own sovereignty, but also to rein in the ambitions of his increasingly powerful Norman lords. What started as a desperate bargain between two men had now escalated into a full-blown royal matter, inadvertently opening the door to centuries, yes centuries, of English involvement in Irish politics. And what about Aoife? Her marriage created a lineage that truly bridged worlds. Her daughter, Isabel, would inherit vast lands and go on to marry into some of the most powerful Anglo-Norman families, further intertwining Irish and Norman destinies. The entire ruling landscape of the island had been fundamentally altered, right down to its roots, all because of this one union. What began as a tactical bargain, a desperate gamble by a deposed king, ended up being an undeniable turning point in history. The Anglo-Norman presence profoundly reconfigured landholding, reshaped legal systems, and forever altered Irish identity. These changes, these consequences, would unfold and reverberate for hundreds of years. Ireland, as it was known before, would never, ever be the same. One marriage, one promise, and a kingdom utterly transformed. It's truly incredible how history sometimes pivots on the most personal of bargains, isn't it? This was certainly one of them. Thank you for watching. Up next, we'll delve into the fascinating story of Aoife's daughter, Isabel, how she inherited two worlds and helped build an empire. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter of this incredible saga.